many things, but you will be good at nothing.
Exactly. All right. Hey everyone on YouTube, this is Magnus.
And Rosario.
And today we have the finals of the July Monthly Mayhem Tournament. On the left, who has first pick is O Gaming with Cloverblood, Sassorix, not Is, IU Iron Man, Cog, and some nerdy guy.
And then on the right, we have Operation Shoot Boys, which used to be Senior Citizen Squad, going for their third possible title. As Korea Terror, Moon, who used to be What Isn't Used, Angelic Fire, Captain Korea, and Soviet Hero.
All right, so we got bans going out really, really quickly right now. We have a Zyra ban, a Twisted Fate ban, an Alistair ban, and a Malphite ban. I know Twisted Fate's pretty targeted on Captain Korea. Alistair's just a ridiculously strong support right now.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like him. He's a great support, has really annoying jungle ganks. Malphite, same thing too.
Yeah.
Lots of ganks. Also does stop a lot of AD tops from being able to harass him effectively with all that armor he builds.
Yeah, Zyra, I'm going to guess she's probably really powerful. She's new, so a lot of people don't really know.
I've seen a lot of people play her in a lot of solo queue and a lot of matches, and she can be extremely frustrating. I think her ultimate is a little difficult to do just by itself because it doesn't, like, it spreads out and then you can run away before it hits you up. So it's kind of iffy, but if you have like a really solid combination, like a Malphite going in and then a Zyra under it or a Kennen or something, it can be extremely deadly and she can do tons of damage.
We're seeing a lot of support/jungle bans. I mean, Malphite is mainly jungle. Blitzcrank's sometimes jungle with support. Alistair's sometimes jungle with support. Nocturne's jungle. So really focusing on the support and the jungles right there. So really trying to set the tone of the match.
Yeah, those can definitely... like Blitzcrank, he's a make or break on the early part of the game, but even in the late game, he can get a really solid grab off and can really change the game. Malphite's the same way. Like if he's jungling Sasori.
Or Sasori.
Okay. Well, then why is there an X there? Why is there an X? Okay, that's what I want to know. Where did you go to spelling school? Anyways.
It's French or something.
Probably, and I'm being extremely ignorant by saying that it's spelled wrong, but that's okay.
So yeah, we do have that not Nocturne, Nautilus, very powerful jungle.
Yeah, Nautilus is so frustrating. His ganks are really, really strong. His jungle's not as slow, so you don't get the chance to counter jungle, and his red could even be stolen if the person knows enough about the timing of his jungle, but his ganks, his mid lane, or his mid game and his late game presence are all very strong.
All right, and on the right we have Creature locking in Taric and Moon locking in Shyvana. Shyvana, very fast jungle, very powerful.
I was to say, I think that's a perfect opposite.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, Taric really good. Taric's one of those like really good supports. He just has a lot of buffs. He has the Dazzle, which locks people down, and the auras. Man, the auras he produces are awesome.
Yep.
Really, really good support when you know how to use them right. And then to counter that, we have a Graves and a Leona. Leona's been very popular lately.
Yeah, I'd say Leona's I think that's a really good pick to go against the whole Taric. Like Taric, no matter any AD. I think Leona's a pretty solid one. It almost kind of forces Angelic Fire to pick someone that has a good escape mechanic, because if Leona shuts you down and Graves gets off his QR, that almost takes you like your entire life. So it can be really frustrating.
It looks like Angelic Fire is showing all of the AD carries that he has.
I said I play them all, man.
So we'll have to wait and see.
I want to see a Draven. Come on, Angelic Fire, play Draven. But it's okay, because he's going to play Pulse Fire Ezreal.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
he does have that skin.
My universe will be complete.
And it looks like Captain Korea is showing Ryze again. Ryze is a very, very standard pick for Captain Korea. Captain Korea does so good as him. So.
I think we may see a Ryze ban next match.
I agree. I agree completely. So, Ezreal and Ryze have been locked in. Ezreal, pretty standard AD bottom. Very powerful. Has that global ult.
Yep.
Can be useful. Depending on how you build them, but since he's building AD, not AP, it will be just kind of like a lane clear / damage dealer. But you can really pick off some awesome picks with that ult. So it's all about knowing.
Then we got a brand pick, which go ahead.
Instantly locking that in, basically. Was all I was gonna say.
Yeah, while I don't think he's picking brand for the fact that he'll be able to actually like outright beat Rise, because Rise can just be like, okay, well, I'm just going to build MR and laugh at you all day.
Yeah.
But Bran kind of fixes that, where it's like, okay, well, maybe I can't kill you, but I can farm the lane just as effectively
Yeah.
as you, and use more of my focus on getting a lot of good CS. Of course, Captain Korea is really solid in CS. I'd say Kog is too, so it'll be a pretty interesting mid lane. I think it's going to come more down to ganks, which on the gank level, we have two different things. Like, Nautilus has a lot of control and shutdown, while Shyvana doesn't have as much. She does a lot more damage than the Nautilus, and because of counter jungling potential, she could slow Nautilus down even further when it comes to CS and buff control and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And she builds almost as tanky as Nautilus too. She can be
Yeah,
very, very
she
tanky.
doesn't get many damage items, because in our late game, her Twin Dragon Q just does so much damage anyways that you can build really tanky and still just be like, oh look, I just took away a third of your life.
Yeah, right. We're gonna see some nerdy guy choose Jace though. Jace, I haven't seen too often, but I did get to try him out for a little while because he is free to play, and he's a very interesting pick. You can have him use his hammer, which makes him tanky, but then he also has that range switch, so he's kind of like, he can play several roles. I'm guessing he's going to be top.
Yeah.
So he'll probably focus more on the hammer aspect, but I mean, he still has that range to kind of back off if he's being pushed, and so we hear Lucky and Rumble, incredible top, so he might want to focus on that range just to pick up those last hits for a little while, but he'll have the tankiness of the hammer form.
Yeah, maintaining rage against Rumble is exactly what you want to do. So I think that is the good thing about Jace, is it's like you can't really counterpick a Jace.
Yeah, because
You
I
know?
mean, he just switches roles. Like,
Right. It's like, okay, well, you picked a melee guy, I'll build ranged. Oh, you picked a ranged guy. Well, hey, I can still build ranged if I want to. Or I can build melee if it happens to be a range that gets crushed pretty easily against some melee bruisers.
All right, so we're down to the final 7 seconds before we go into the 3-minute waiting period. At this point, we can take a look at the summoner spells. Let's see, for O Gaming, we have 3 Ignites and Exhaust, and then obviously the Jungle Flash Smite. And for Operation Shoot Boys, we have the Cleanse, and 2 Ignites, and 2 Exhausts. So a little more variety for Operation Shoot Boys. But Ignite can be extremely, extremely useful. No one has heal, no one has CV, so there's not a lot of support or sustain in their summoner spells. But
Yep.
the cleanse is going to do really well for.
Yeah, I'd have to say that could make it really clutch, especially with Leona or even Nautilus. Like Nautilus ults and you're like, cleanse.
I don't even. Does cleanse even work on Graves Grenade? I don't think it would.
No, because
it's like
it's an area.
Yeah.
You can't cleanse that. So
I wasn't.
it's not
entirely
like
sure.
a debuff in a sense.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not even sure if it works on Nautilus all. I think it does, because it does stop disables and stuff.
Well, it probably doesn't prevent you from being knocked up, but it probably stops the stun.
Well, no, because the knock-up is really the big part of it.
That's true.
And it's chasing you, so technically you are debuffed for the time that it's getting to you.
Maybe.
So if you cleanse as it's traveling to you, does it just stop?
I don't know.
I don't run cleanse
I've
enough to
seen that,
know. But
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used.
yeah, either way,
cleanse.
it'll still be really solid
Yeah.
against Leona.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason why they
yeah.
picked it. They don't want to get grabbed by her sword or stunned or anything like
Yeah,
that.
Zenith
so,
Blade can be frustrating.
Yeah.
Her Q can be frustrating. Her ult can be frustrating. On the AoE potential, we have AoE on a lot on both sides, too.
Mm.
Nautilus doesn't have as much AoE, but he has 2 things that he can use to control 2 specific people. Jace has some nice AoE. Graves, Bran, and Leona all a lot of AoE. Like, Leona all into, like the Bran Pillar of Flame. That could be really nice.
Yeah, and I mean, since Jace is probably going to be focusing on his hammer form, he's got that, like, electrical bubble that goes around him.
Yep.
Doing a lot
And then
good damage. So, yeah.
on the same side, we have Taric ult. We have Shyvana ult, and all of her abilities just generate. Almost every single one of them has some form of AoE.
Mm-hmm.
Ezreal ult, Captain Korea using his ult and throwing his spells out, and Rumble's ult. So that's a lot of AoE. The only thing is that I think Rumble's ult is not going to be as big because, well, I don't know. They have 2 stuns, so Rumble throws his ult down, and Captain Korea's like, and we're in prison, and Taric's like, and Dazzle, and you can't move, and you're dead.
Yeah.
So
Especially for team fights, it's probably going to be really effective.
yeah, it also shows that Operation Shoot Boys will want to fight in the jungle a lot more than O Gaming. Because that's where Rumble's all is so strong. Because
Yeah.
then even if you're stuck there, it's like unless you can flash over a wall, you pretty much have to run through it to get to a spot where you can get off of it.
Yeah, that's very true. And that leads us to the 0-second mark of the delay timer. Now we get to the skin analysis.
Now we get to see if the client will bug and spawn
right.
in the corner.
I didn't click anything. We should be good.
Right.
And I'd like to point out that we have 32 viewers. So thank you all for watching. That is a quite much larger number than what we're used to getting. So stay tuned. We hope you like it. If you do, we have a bunch of information at the end of each match to help us out, get us a little bigger, and really make us grow.
And it looks like everyone, almost everyone, is represented with the skins, equal skins on both sides. All really nice skins, too.
Yeah, I like the Cryocore brand. That's a really nice one, just because it affects even his abilities.
Dark Flame
cool.
Shyvana.
Yeah,
Pulsefire
Jace.
Ezreal, of course.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But yeah.
Triumphant Rise. The Mafia Graves. I love the Mafia Graves one.
I'd say with Cryocore brand and Mafia Grays, I think they kind of equal out the whole Pulsefire Ezreal thing.
Yeah, but then Operation Shoot Boy says Triumphant Rise, and that definitely crushes Valkyrie, Leona, and Full Metal Jace. So I'm going to have to give this to Operation Shoot Boys, taking it by one skin this time.
But at the same time, I'd say Silver Hero kind of depressing me. I've seen him play a lot of Rumble. Why doesn't he have a skin yet?
That's true.
You know, and then
Sure.
Nautilus
we can't ignore the Armor of the Fifth Age Tarek. But like we
we pretty much can. It's just
a
purple
color
Tarek.
But I had to give it a shout out. I have to say though, both teams are in it to win it. So
yeah, I think it's
very
going to probably
excited.
be. This will probably be the best match, which
Yeah.
is nice because like most of our finals have just been Senior Citizen Squad / Operation Shoot Boys just crushing people. You know, I think Godlike Tier did a pretty good one in May. I think that was actually a 2-1. But
the Dunk Masters, who are also returning for August, had put up a really good fight against
that was a 2-1
Operation
also.
Shoot Boys. And honestly, I think they only lost because, a couple bad moves. They had the skill set to actually beat Operation Shoot Boys. So
Angelic Fire throwing down some damage to some nerdy guys saying, get out of middle lane. Looks like we just got some pings for some safe positioning.
we do have the all chat enabled, so we're seeing what they're.
30 seconds.
We're seeing people laughing at each other.
Hugh.
Let's see what we have for items. Pretty standard. It's boots 3 pots for everyone. Standard support build.
Yeah, only difference
first
is
arm. Yeah, and
Nautilus
the difference
want
is the regrowth. But I've seen Nautiluses do that quite often. So.
Yeah, it's something you can't. Well, you can, but it's harder to do in like a solo queue kind of situation where you don't get a proper leash. But definitely in team games, regrowth can be really nice on Nautilus, especially he gets shield at level 2 most of the time, depending on what he's doing. Like he may get Dredge Line if he's going to go for an early gank.
But it looks like a pretty standard setup. It looks like we are going to see a minor invade, Angelic Fire coming in.
I think they're more checking to stop them from getting golems, but they're not there. So they already missed the time, and
to pick that up.
that means that Angelic Fire Createra will not be too far behind, because that's the biggest thing. Is some people are like, oh, it's not really that much of a gold advantage, but it's a level 2 advantage, and that can definitely make your lane a little messed up for when they decide
early
to kill.
levels are so important because you unlock more abilities that way.
Exactly.
And plus your stats increase. It's overall just you do better in lane if you have that level 2 advantage.
Yep.
So it looks like a pretty standard opening. We're not going to see an invade. No double golems for bottom. And things are pretty even out right now. We'll have to wait and see what Shyvana does with the level 2, because I've seen Shyvana's sometimes go for level 2 gank, but she might be waiting for.
I would say normally you go level 2 gank right off of.
Yeah.
You go Wraith red buff to level 2 gank.
Yeah, she went golems, so.
Yeah, so she may go golems Wraith in a level. I don't know. She might get level 3 after that, but she may go level 3 gank on middle, or they may just decide to go for the faster farming potential.
And Nautilus is just super slow, so he's gonna be taking a suicide. Oh,
Yeah, so she cleared the top half for jungle, and it looks like she is now positioning for a possible gank on top
yeah.
lane.
Looks like we're going to see a level 3 gank. Some nerdy guy doing really well against Soviet Hero. I think Jace was a really good pick. Doing some good damage, forcing some potions to be used.
Oh, beautiful position.
Oh,
too.
yeah, that's very good.
That's going to be bad.
And he's got his gun,
Soviet.
so he has to switch out to his hammer in order to be more tanky. Doing a lot of damage. Some nerdy guy, I think, might be able to get out of there. Yep, that's exactly... Nice use of that gate into the elongated / faster shot. Doing some damage to both Soviet Hero and Moon.
Oh,
Moon
and now
grabbed by
catches-
Cloverblood. Looks like she's going to try to get out there. She is a little bit faster than Nautilus, so we'll have to be careful. Soviet Hero, by himself, is not going to pick up the first blood, but is going to pick up a kill. So we do have a 1-to-1, but that goes in favor of O Gaming, who gets the first blood. That was very close. I think that would have been really effective and a good move by Soviet Hero if he just got like one more hit in, just enough to ensure that first blood, because that first blood gives global gold to all of your teammates.
Yep.
So a really good move, especially for some nerdy guy, some good teamwork. Soviet Hero trying his best to even things out, but wasn't able to get that first kill, or first blood.
And he did, when he did go back, he bought a Doran's shield and a ward, and probably a couple more potions. And it looks like when Jace has gone back, he has gone Doran's blade, so Rumble a little more defensive, and Jace a little more on the offensive, which isn't too surprising since Jace has the range advantage. But we also know that Rumble can be extremely frustrating with that shield, so we'll have to see how those trades continue.
Absolutely. We have several warning pings. I'm not really sure who that was from because it was yellow, so I can't tell who pinged it, but it might be a warning towards Brand that Shyvana might be coming down, if I had to guess. It looks like Accessories coming in, surrounded by Angelic Fire and Creed Terror, not locked down, though, able to get out of there, but here comes Cog. Cog backing off. I got that completely backwards.
That's okay. Yeah, a really solid trade that puts Angelic
Yeah.
Fire in a nice position in lane, forcing a lot of healing potions, and they may possibly have to go back while their lane is already pushed up. So, they could get some free damage on their turret or have a really safe back that they don't have to worry as much about. CS-wise, it's 26-30, so Graves is actually a little bit ahead, but now that he has the last hit off the turret, Angelic Fire should close that gap quite quickly. Grace is out of potions, though, and it looks like Angelic Fire has not used 2 of them, so only using that one in that first trade-off. So Angelic Fire definitely throwing down some harass. Also looks like Rise went back and got a tier, so going to start building up some more mana, which is really effective on Rise. It builds your mana pool and it builds your damage all at the same time, so it's like you're farming for 2 times the benefit.
All right, here comes Cloverblood, just doing a very open gank. Nice grab by Leona, but it wasn't enough. Accessory.
I was to say that.
Yeah, they kind of focused it on Tarek, and if it was on Angelic Fire, they probably could have done a little bit more damage, but...
Well, no, because Angelic Fire would have probably just
oh, yeah, jumped out of it,
fluxed
too.
out.
Yeah.
I think the big thing, though, was that it didn't matter that Cloverblood was there. Like, Angelic Fire and Creator weren't afraid, because they're like, well, if they fully engage on us, Angelic Fire is just going to get a double kill, and then Cloverblood may kill one of them.
Yeah, yeah. Because they're pretty low right now, too, so...
Yeah.
But I think Cloverblood did a good job coming in, kind of showing his presence, then going right back to his jungle. He didn't stay a long time in there, so he didn't really lose out. But at the same time, Shyvana is so fast that you really don't want to be wasting any time versus Shyvana.
Yeah, CS-wise, 38-26.
Ooh.
So that CS advantage is already going extremely in Shyvana's favor. And after that first gank on tap, hasn't ganked any other lanes yet, so... Definitely focus on trying to get that level 6 before Cloverblood does.
Yeah, that level 6 does. A really nice shot from some nerdy guy doing some damage to Soviet Hero right past the bushes. Good use of that gate.
Yeah, CS-wise, Jace is at 24, 25, while Rumble is at 26, or 36, sorry.
Yeah, I think Soviet Hero is just doing a really good job at, like, having a presence, forcing some nerdy guy back. Like, look at that. He's just pushing him back, taking the CS, making sure some nerdy guy just can't get the farm that he needs.
Yep.
So really effective play and use of Rumble by Soviet Hero. Bottom's getting pushed in favor of Operation Shoot Boys, and middle's been probably the most even right now. As far as gold goes, it looks like Operation Shoot Boy's usual farm is doing well, and they are up by 600 gold.
Yeah, middle lane we have 45 CS for Brand and 64 CS. So, but we do have a gank.
Oh,
He's like, I'm
but
just
Captain
like killing
Korea
it.
does not care, picks up the kill, dies to Cloverblood, so it's a 1-1. Both middles are down. However, that does help out Cloverblood, as he now has 1 assist and 1 kill, where Shyvana has, played by Moon, has nothing right now. So
But as a lot more CS, so I think it's actually
Yeah.
kind of even. She
Yeah,
also has
sure.
gone back, bought a lot of pieces towards that Wriggles, so we'll have to see. And also starting to do a little invade. Well, Cloverblood, he can take some punishment, but if Moon just keeps chasing,
yeah, I think in order to keep up with Moon, Cloverblood's going to have to do these ganks, because
Yeah,
Shyvana's just so
his
fast.
ganks need to be effective. If he wastes, like if he ganks 2 lanes and they're both ineffective, then that's just going to put him so much farther behind. So
Looks like we
it's
might see a red being stolen. Nice teamwork, Koreater and Moon coming in here. So here comes Moon doing some damage. Koreater is a little bit behind.
God,
Probably not
so
going to be able to
much
get that dazzle, though. So I think Cloverblood's probably going to
They
make
did
it.
push him out.
But
with
Rise
things.
is coming in to shut off IU Iron Man. IU Iron Man dazzled. Tons of damage. Moon picks up the kill. Cloverblood trying to help out, but it's going to be caught. Dazzle won't be up for a couple seconds, so he might be able to make
Yeah,
it.
we have
Nice, he's in the
possible
dredge line. Here comes, I can't even see it, Cesare. Cesare taking the bulk of the damage, but ultimately killed by Moon. Wow,
Really,
effective team play from Operation Shoot Boys, getting that double kill and now picking up that red. That was really good. Very, very strong play. Really putting them ahead. They are now ahead by 1,000 gold. They're ahead by 2 kills. Operation Shoot Boys starting off this best of 3 very dominant.
And it looks like they're picking up Dragon too.
Yeah, we do have a dragon coming in. I think that's going to be uncontested. We don't see Graves coming in to try and pick that off.
It's not
It's-
even
it's
warded.
good, yeah,
I
it's-
think ward on Dragon. So
Yeah, it's just going to be hard for them to do. So that was a really good timing by Operation Shoot Boys
we'll
coming
see
in.
next Dragon at 1623.
Absolutely. They are now up at, Operation Shoot Boys are up by over 2,000 gold, so they're starting to really snowball this gold advantage.
Yeah, and item-wise, since a whole bunch of people went back, Brand has finished up his Sark Boots and gone double Doran's Rings. On Captain Korea's side, he has built a Ruby Crystal and a Mana Crystal, so going to be building into a Catalyst most likely next. Tarek has finished up his Philo Stone, and on the other side, same thing. We have Leona finishing up Philo Stone with a couple wards and some pink wards also. Some health potions also picked up. Currently, Tarek has no wards, though, which can be a little frustrating in this earlier part of the game where some of your wards start to go down and you don't have them and you can't go back yet because of how the...
Alright, we do have an in-lane gank. Koreaterra grab, but able to absorb so much damage. They are able to take down Koreaterra. Angelic Fire just getting out of there before it was too late. Here comes IU Iron Man coming in, catching Angelic Fire off, but Angelic Fire jumps out of there, but the ultimate takes him down. Great play. They aren't able to pick up that dragon afterwards, but really trying to stay in the game. O Gaming doing really well. They are only down by less than 2,000 gold now. But Soviet Hero just killed some nerdy guy, so we're going to back that up there and see how that went down. Looks like it's going to be right off his tower, too. Wow, some nerdy guy trying to push Soviet Hero in to take some turret shots. Takes a turret shot, does have the ignite. It looks like it's going to be an advantage of some nerdy guy, but Soviet Hero says Rumble is indestructible and takes him down with a sliver of life. That is beautiful. And it looks like we're going to see some counter-jungling. Cesare coming in to try and take this back after they stole that red. They are not happy about that. And it looks like IU Iron Man taking Rise's blue, Captain Korea's blue. That is going to do really great things for IU Iron Man. And apparently some nerdy guy forgot that Rumble is blatantly broken and needs fixing.
Actually, I think he is getting changed the next patch. I haven't read it, but I heard someone
they're
talking
reducing the damage of his flamethrower because how they fixed it. It did a lot of damage, but their initial fix was to increase the damage. But now that it hits more, they have to reduce the damage to try and even that out. And I believe they're also reducing the numbers for his passive.
Okay. Looks like we have
Philo
Philo and Heart of Gold picked up by Clover Blood for jungle, so going for that longer game jungle, which is not too surprising on Nautilus. Shyvana on the other side building Wriggles and just got a no cape, so possibly going to build into Merc Treads for the next thing coming up towards possible blue
looks
steel.
like Moon coming in to try and take this blue, but here comes Iron Man. Moon all by her lonesome. Hasn't reset blue yet. Here comes some new guy. Here comes Soviet Hero. Soviet Hero coming in, doing a lot of damage, but also taking a lot of damage. All from Moon. Some new guy getting his revenge on Soviet Hero, but Moon was able to pick up a double kill, and Captain Korea is going to be able to finish off some nerdy guy. So, 1 kill to 3 in favor of Operation Shoot Boys, and they're going to be able to take that blue back, giving it to Captain Korea. Moon picking up the blue that was stolen from them. So, great job, great play by Operation Shoot Boys. It looks like Korea Terra has been locked down, but Angelic Fire is there to kind of push back against Cesari's initiate there. And they're going to be pushing that tower again. No towers have gone down yet, but Operation Shoot Boys is ahead by 3,400 gold, doing a really good job. How are we doing for items in CS?
Yes, on the CS side, bottom lane, 87 CS for Graves and 96 for Ezreal. So Angelic Fire, feeling pretty confident in his lane, has picked up a Sheen into a Phage, so going to be building that Trinity Force. May build his boots before he finishes up the Trinity Force, we'll have to see. On Graves' side, he has gone with Berserk Grease, Double Dorrance into Vamp Scepter, which is a pretty standard build, so nothing too surprising there. On the middle lane, again, Brand has 78 CS to 140 Captain Korea, so Captain Korea definitely doing a lot of damage.
Looks like we're having a bit of an engager accessory locking down Korea Terra again, but Terra's very tanky.
And then Captain Korea did pick up that Rod of Ages. He just picked it up as he's coming back to lane. And Brand has picked up a Blasting Wand, so a little more AP. Unfortunately, we don't see any MR from Ryze yet, so Brand can still be effective at doing some nice damage. Ryze building, again, more for damage, mana, and health, so I have to see how well that is. But he is farther farmed, so... And Captain Korea is pretty solid, so...
Ooh, Moon backing off at the worst possible time, as here comes Cloverblood. But Captain Korea just being exploded, gonna be taken down by IU Iron Man. Nice grab by Cloverblood, trying to seal the kill, and they do so effectively. Captain Korea killed by IU Iron Man. So mid's doing pretty even right now.
Yep. He is still a little bit behind in CS, but Brand has a lot more. Like, he's 2-3-2, and you got 2-2 and 4, or 2-2-4. So
yeah,
kill wise,
yeah.
They're still pretty even.
Yeah, Soviet Hero is a bit ahead, but not
Well,
by much.
not Soviet Hero. Not Soviet Hero.
Captain Korea.
Sure.
But IU Iron Man gets more time in lane because they had to send.
Yeah, that could
back.
help to equalize since they're not too far behind CS wise. Shyvana has picked up a Doran's Blade, and Nautilus has picked up a Null Cape and some armor and a Health Crystal. So we may see an Aegis, I believe, is the correct item combination for that. So,
well, let's see. Yeah, Aegis is really popular. That aura is pretty great, and
Yeah.
you know, for the cost, it's really worth it.
also on top lane, we have 94 CS for Soviet Hero and
Oh, here comes
81 CS for
Terror.
some nerdy guy.
We're not going to see a Dazzle just yet. I think they want to pull out Cog, but Fire doing some good damage.
Man, Cloverblood just doing the
Cloverblood,
work.
yeah, coming in. Great gank, taking down Korea Terror. And Fire is forced to back off, but he ultimates on Fire, pulled back by Cloverblood. Cloverblood is doing an incredible job as Nautilus, completely crushing Fire, shutting him down, preventing him from going on. And now we're going to see I'm going to guess either a dragon or a middle gank, and that's exactly what we're going to see is a dragon.
Yeah, dragon, and we also have a gank coming up on top. Some nerdy guy rumble.
Oh, yeah. So Moon coming in, they're going to give dragon away. So
yeah,
Moon
Moon's going to keep going and just take the turn.
Yeah, Moon, at this point, Shyvana is so tanky.
Yeah, 5-0-1, so...
So right now we have 9-8 in favor of Operation Shoot Boys. Both teams have grabbed dragon once. Operation Shoot Boys is ahead by a little under 1,000 gold.
And it looks like they are going to take the first turret.
Yeah, and the first turret is going to go for Operation Shoot Boys.
Trinity Force also picked up on Angelic Fire, so looks like he is going to finish that one instead of his boots. And we do have another possible steal, but Captain Korea is there.
Attempted steal of blue, but Korea Terror is here, Captain Korea is here, IU Iron Man and Cloverblood are going to be forced to back off. They did reset blue, so they're going to have to start from the beginning, but, I mean, look at the damage.
Lots of damage. Yeah, lots of damage thrown out.
Doesn't even matter.
Jugfire
So
retreat.
Hero pushing his lane. We have a bit of engagement in middle. Iron Man engaging with Moon very briefly, but it looks like we have a potential gank being set up here, or Korea Terra is just going to be warding. We'll have to see.
Yeah, warding the red.
Yep, I saw that ward go down.
Clover Blood did
Clover
just
Blood
finish
pick
up that
Aegis.
Aegis, yep. And Negatron cloak too. Ooh, and
Jellfire taking a lot of damage, but here comes Korea Terra trying to lock them down. Does lock them down. We do have the ultimate go off. Hits Cessery, but doesn't do a lot of damage because it is an AD. Not Cog, exhausted, taking some damage by Korea Terra. Korea Terra being like, I'm Tarek, I'm tanky. Attack with you guys.
Oh,
Wow, tons of
so
damage from the
much
Jellfire, taking down Cessery, but Cog was able to take it down Korea Terra, so it looks like we're going to have even. Here comes Clover Blood.
Again,
I
Clover
want to
Blood.
thank you. But Moon, ooh, nice read by Moon
Ooh,
coming
this could
in.
be really good.
Here comes Moon. She does have her. I can't even tell with her all because she's such a different color. But she was able to take down Cog and save Angelic Fire. And with the withdrawing sound, we do know he is backing out of there.
Yes, with
So
the
nice.
Tron.
Nice save by Moon. Really shutting down Cloverblood's gank, who's been really effective ganker right now.
Yeah, I was to say he's showing up at the perfect time.
Yeah,
It's
he's
like
been
they
really
go,
good.
you know, like Operation Shoot Boys goes for a gank, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, Cloverblood's here, boom, boom, boom.
So it looks like some nerdy guy is trying to set up a gank for an empty space. Again, no one is sitting here. Some nerdy guy's just hanging out in the bush saying, you know what?
He's just
Comfortable
chilling
here. Yeah, I feel safe. No one can see me.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable.
Also looks like Brand has picked up a needlessly large rod, so going to be building most likely into a Death Cap to start.
Oh, Death Cap. So awesome.
And we do have another Mana Crystal
Oh,
picked
God,
up
a Rise Feed.
and Merc Treads.
Looks like Brand is coming in to pick up that blue all by himself, but here comes some nerdy guy probably doing some damage to help his buddy out, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Cloverblood taking down Wolves. Rumble trying to steal that, but Silver Hero was a little bit too late. We do have a couple pings towards middle, so let's see what happens here.
Moon's coming down too.
Yeah,
Being in
Moon's
a good
coming
position
down.
to help counter gank this.
Oh, wait. I think they're going to go after Silver Hero. Silver Hero has pushed pretty far. We do have several pings, and Silver Hero's coming in. It's going to be a 2-on-1 all by himself. Taking a lot of damage, but he is going to be able to take down some nerdy guy first. Then picked up by Cloverblood. Cloverblood doing a really great job at preventing them from getting free kills.
Meaning,
wow.
God, so much. And dodges the
Boom.
pillar. The Ignite gets the kill. Very
Wow,
solid.
absolutely explosive damage from Captain Korea as he comes in to focus down Cloverblood. Cloverblood does put that shield up, is going to absorb a lot of that damage, but Rise has blue, and Rise with blue means he's going to have a lot of damage to give out and not have to worry about mana. Barely misses the dredge line, pulling him into the tower, which at this point would be help to do some damage, but I don't think it would be
Yeah, it wouldn't be enough to kill him.
effective. And it looks like Moon was a...
They gave it to Angelic.
Angelic Fire was able to pick up that red, stealing that red, shutting down those objectives.
So, yeah,
Operation Shoot Boys, just their mechanics are doing really well in this first match.
both teams are focusing on all of the map objectives too.
Yeah, no,
You know?
absolutely. They're only behind. O Gaming is only behind by 2,000 gold, and a little bit less than that now that they've.
We also have Bloodthirster picked up on Graves. And it looks like we have Giant's Belt. I haven't talked about Rumble in a while, but Giant's Belt, Hunter's Guys. Or Guys. So what is it? I think it's
the
Haunting Guys. Yeah, sorry. Hunter's Guys. Haunting Guys. And a revolver picked up. 138 CS for him, 125 for Jace. So Jace not too far behind, a little far behind. And then on the bottom lane, we have 152 to 141. So Graves and Ezreal, again, not too far behind. Middle lane, 137 for Brand, 187 for Captain Korea. So Captain Korea quite ahead there.
And it looks like the first tower has gone down in favor of O Gaming. So each team has a turret down, and now that kind of cuts the lead to about 1,000 gold.
And strangely enough, Nautilus is now ahead in CS.
Well, I mean, with the amount of ganks he's been doing and the amount of time he's kind of shut down everyone, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Moon
he
is
Comes in, gets the
6-0-1
kills,
now.
and then sits. Yeah.
So that's the
Moon's
thing,
doing
like,
really
he
well.
has a lot of good assists, and that's actually good. That's how it should be. Like, Shyvana's the kind of jungle that generally gets kills. Nautilus is the kind of jungle that almost always gets assists. So it works really well on both sides. They're both really fed jungles. And they're both buying really solid items, good builds. Phage, Heart of Gold picked up for Moon, and Nautilus on the other side building super tanky. So I have to see how effective they both are in the mid. It's the mid
Nice
game.
team defense here. They've been getting their blue stolen quite often, so the entire team comes up to kind of shut this down, and it looks like we're going to be preparing for a Dragon fight, as Dragon has just popped. Both teams happened.
Instantly.
But here comes Moon and Korea Terror and the rest of his team trying to grab, or they want a team fight. That's exactly what they want to do. They're trying to initiate a team fight. Captain Korea taking some of that damage, doesn't care because he's a Ryze, and Ryze is super tanky. They aren't able to take that red, so it looks like we're just having some positioning.
So they're going to decide to take mid and force that, push them all bottom, which is really nice. It'll be a free mid.
Well, I think they're showing mid, might try to get the engage. They do have the ward, but Nautilus has that Oracle, so they're able to shut down the vision there. So it looks like we are going to see a team fight. Ooh, so close. Oh, just misses there. Cloverblood, nice dodge. And it looks like they want to focus on this turret and force that fight.
That'll be really good, too.
Ooh, Angelic Fire taking a lot of turret shots. You don't want to do that right when you're about to have a team fight. And here we go. Team fight's activated, and we're going to slow things down just so everyone can see. We do have the ultimate hitting almost every member of the team. Sasori focused down.
Beautiful Rumble!
Boom! Yeah, Rumble jumping in there.
Leon all happens, doesn't do much.
Looks like some nerdy guy's trying to do something with this, but he's 3-on-1 and it isn't enough, and they're going to be able to take him down. And now Cloverblood is pretty much zoned all by himself. Soviet Hero says, I can take turrets and destroy you. Takes down...
Cog was also zoned almost the entire time, too.
Yeah, no, they completely shut him down. He could not do anything. Tarek, great job. Little combination of that dazzle and just like forcing him back. Just ignoring the turrets.
So a very solid pickup by Operation Shoot Boys. With their level of play, they could definitely push like 2 turrets. They're going to get a free dragon off of this. They could have possibly Baroned if they wanted to, but they're just like, let's push more map advantage, and then that way we can get it. We can get Baron either a little later, or we can just put ourselves in a better position to where if they come to take Baron, then we can get a really nice initiate.
And looks like we're going to see a blue being stolen again. Really good job stealing the map objectives. I'd have to say O Gaming's doing really well too. It's just, Operation Shoot Boys just got it. They just got it head on, and they're just doing really well. They're closing in on that 10K lead. They're about 4,000 behind.
Yeah, I think the big thing was Operation Shoot Boys peeled for Angelic Fire, which is really big. Because he had already taken a lot of turret shot damage. And then Tarek healed him up, and then they went in for the fight. And then they peeled the entire time. So Angelic Fire was just, like Jace was attacking him and trying to focus the carry, but it didn't matter. He was being hit and slowed and stuff, and that was a big thing. While Cog was just completely out of there and shooting tanks, and that was that's going to take a lot longer.
That was a really good setup. Operation Shoot Boys was playing the fight that they wanted to play, but a nice little grab of the turret there. They saw that Operation Shoot Boys had spread out a little bit, and they decided, hey, we're going to grab the turret. We do have several pings towards Baron. I think we might be... No, they don't have any wards right now, so I think they're going to check that out. I think they're a little worried. They do see Korea Terror and Moon, so I think we might see another engagement here. Ooh, some nerdy guy almost completely surrounded. Going to get out of there, though. Does take a few shots, but not enough. Ooh, nice shot. Hitting Angelic Fire. But it looks like, I think we're going to see Baron. Or some sort of Baron play. I would guess they're going to try and fake it. Nice read. Coming in and around. But here they all are. Right on the side. Great vision. It does a lot of damage. Cloverblood taking a lot of that. Taken out. Sasori going down next. So they just focused the tanks first, because the other guys.
One just jumped over everyone.
And now it's focusing down Cog's forced out of there, taken out. Angelic Fire taking on Grave, or that was Cog. Duh. I was actually surprised. I thought Moon would grab that kill, but Angelic Fire coming in and doing the last shot, doing really good. And now the free Baron. No one's able to fight that. They do tons of damage. They have broken 10 kills. So they're now a power level of over 9,000. It's just a matter of time before they break the Scouter. They are down by 7,000 gold. O Gaming's down.
Yeah.
To be clear, I keep using they for interchangeably for teams, and that
Yeah, and they're
isn't
they're
proper
getting
English.
like crushed in team fights.
Yeah, no.
It's not even.
Well, it's just there's Operation Shoot Boys is just doing a better job of setting them up. They're controlling them, focusing on what they need to focus on, and then like taking all the damage away. Like we saw Cog get pushed away before, and then this fight he was pretty much zoned out of the fight too.
Yeah.
And I mean that's the bulk of their damage, and even the tanks, Cloverblood.
Yeah, I was
just,
to
like,
say
melted.
they focus Cloverblood.
Yeah.
And but that was the good thing was like Shyvana jumped over everyone while everyone else.
Moon
focused.
taking a lot of damage. We might see the first death for Moon. Moon shut down. That's going to be a little extra gold.
A lot of extra gold.
Yeah.
It was 8-0.
Oh wow, 492 extra gold. But they are able to take down Cloverblood. So it's a 1-1.
Trying to get the.
Ooh, Captain Korea says, I'm just as tanky and I can take you down. Rumble picking up the kill on Leona. Captain Korea taking down IU Iron Man. And looks like Angelic Fire's taking down Cog. And all that's left is some nerdy guy.
That's hilarious. All that's left is some nerd. We do have a surrender vote go through on blue side. Unfortunately, it failed. 1-3.
Unfortunately, no. We want to see this fight end. We're about to see a scouter get broken. It is only a couple hundred gold behind. Well, actually about 1,000, to be precise. But there you go.
Yeah.
They're literally they're an inhibitor away from breaking the scouter. There it is. Scouter. Oh no! Just enough. Less than 100 away.
No, it's like 200.
Yeah.
Either,
more trade.
either way,
Yeah.
just even kill wise, yeah, they broke the sky.
Scouter is broken. Some Operation Shoot Boys have gone Super Saiyan.
Yep.
It's a little too late for O Gaming, at least for this match. I think they did really well. I think their team comp wasn't quite up for it. I think just Operation Shoot Boys had the better team. I think both sets of players are really, really skilled, and this could just as easily go in favor of O Gaming as it could for Operation Shoot Boys.
Yep.
It's just I think their composition was a little stronger. And just the speed of Moon's ganking enabled her to kind of like help out when Cloverblood, who did get some really awesome ganks.
Yeah, I would say Cloverblood did a lot of work for his team, but unfortunately, it didn't help out.
Yeah.
Like Grace is 3-3-3, which is okay, but and Cloverblood was in the positives for the majority of the match too. But like Jace, he's still 2-6-1. Brand is still 2-6-3, and Cloverblood did gank those lanes, so kills did happen, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. And there were just too many times where Operation Shoot Boys were. Like, even if they were having buffs being stolen, they were still getting double or triple kills off of it.
Yeah, they were getting kills. They were stealing buffs in return. And here we go, another team fight. Things are going crazy, so we're going to slow this down a little bit. It looks like another turret has gone down, but that's not what we're focusing on right now. Some nerdy guy is being focused down on by Moon, but might be able to make it knocked into the air. Some nerdy guy turning around to do a little extra damage, but that is not what you want to do because here comes Angelic Fire. But Moon is able to take that kill. The Ignite is going to be enough. Wow, that was really close. I couldn't really tell because my timing was off because I was slowing it down, and we do have the ace. Wow. A 1-5. Moon
And there we
taking
go.
down.
There's the surrender,
And
even though
there's
they're
the
right at the
surrender, yeah.
trade. So
Great first match. Operation Shoot Boys winning it in a very dominant fashion, but we have a round 2, and that means a different set of champions, and I think O Gaming is going to benefit from this quite a bit.
yeah, they had a solid early game. It was just the mid game. There were two really, really good aces,
Absolutely.
and that just put Operation Shoot Boys so far ahead.
Yeah, no, that was really solid play. So we'll be right back with match 2, but a little bit of shameless advertisement. Oh, crap, I forgot to put that up to show where everyone was. But doesn't matter anyway. So if you like what you see, please follow, like, subscribe us on Twitter at LOL Monthly, on Facebook at facebook.com/monthlymayhem, at own3d.tv/power_underwhelming, and youtube.com/lolreport.com. That dot is a DOT, not a period. So for those of you on YouTube, stay tuned. We'll be posting up match 2.
Stay tuned on YouTube.
Yeah, right?
Go to the next video.
Yeah, go to the next video. For those of you on the stream, stay tuned. Enjoy.